Excuse
seconds
me.
before you attack.
We got this, Rocket. Let's go.
It's you and me
Oh
again,
no, we got a
buddy.
Spider-Man.
The game's been out for 5 seconds. How am I getting treated like a Genji player again? Overwatch killer this, Overwatch killer that. That's all I've heard for the past 8 years since this iconic hero shooter dropped. But is there actually a game that can compete with Overwatch in its own niche? Well, I don't think we have to wait any longer. It's here, it's finally here. You don't understand how excited I am for this game's full release. I was skeptical with the announcement trailer, especially with the news that it's run by NetEase, a Chinese company notorious for producing mobile games, gushing with microtransactions and very predatory monetization. This game had my attention. Overwatch just wasn't scratching that itch for a superpowered hero shooter. And you can play as Spider-Man? Oh my god. You can swing around too? I am so on this, bro. In all seriousness, this concept is my kryptonite. Ever since I started playing Overwatch 2, I often ask myself the question, what if Overwatch did a collaboration with Marvel? That's what this game answers. I was one of the lucky few to get into the closed alpha, testing out the game and see what kind of features it has. I've got to say, I'm actually impressed with how much this alpha brings to the table. Everything feels really polished and has most of the features in finished games, even in alpha. Crazy how Marvel Rivals got a replay and spectator system before Valorant. The menus are all visually appealing and simple to understand, just like the art style and the skins. They aren't cluttered, yet they have enough style to grab your attention. But let's just skip to the meat of the game. The gameplay is really snappy and fun. Everything feels responsive, and the abilities feel really good to use for most characters. My favorite so far is obviously Spider-Man, but Iron Man, Rocket Raccoon, and Black Panther have been pretty enjoyable too. I'm also in love with the team-up abilities, genuinely overpowered in the best way possible, and the highlight of the game. They're usually engaging and allow for players to experiment and come up with different playstyles. The worst part about the team abilities is that not every character has one yet. Just know that when Venom comes out, my symbiote-infused Spider-Man will have his boots so far up your support's ass. Another thing I really like about how these guys play is the hero fantasy. When I'm playing Iron Man, I feel like I'm bombarding the entire map with missiles and lasering down any pathetic fool who tries to stop me. Against my better judgment, I might even say I feel like Iron Man. It handles Spider-Man swinging better than Marvel's Avengers. That game just couldn't hit a single layup, even when it passed the freest of shots. Most of these characters don't feel ultra nerfed in order for the game to feel balanced. Yes, Iron Man flies a little slow, and sure, Spider-Man should hit a lot harder, but the balance between each specific character's hero fantasy and the actual game balance is pretty great in my opinion. The only characters who I feel are lacking in this aspect are Hulk, Storm, and Magneto. Hulk is just an entirely different video topic, but Storm just doesn't have the raw power you would expect from an Omega level mutant. She can't even charge up her lightning bolts, which can leave her feeling a little limp, despite being a pretty good character. Magneto just doesn't have something, and I think it might be his ultimate. It's lacking to say the least. Magneto has one of the most interesting power sets in all of fiction. You could take his ultimate in so many different directions. Just throwing a big metal meteor isn't quite a good depiction of his abilities. On another note, I really like how fast-paced the game is, and as of now, there are no real hard counters, just characters who perform better against others. If I'm playing Iron Man and kicking the enemy team's collective ass, they can just swap to Punisher or Hela to deal with me. Even then, a good Iron Man can play around cover, or sneak up and just beam them out of existence. Needless to say, I am not a good Iron Man. Hey, but check out this though. My only problem with the current character matchups is that some are just plain overtuned. Hela just does way too much damage. And for some reason her primary fire is hit scan? If I see this woman in my lobbies one more time, I'll go insane. The Punisher can one-shot with his shotgun, and everybody knows one-shots like that aren't healthy for the game. Punisher is a really good all-around character. Once you close in on him, he's even stronger than before. Franklin needs some heavy nerfs for sure. Scarlet Witch also has a problematic design. Although I'm not talking about her looks because damn! Her ultimate is extremely powerful. It literally erases enemies from existence with a large blast radius. While contrary to popular belief, you can shoot and kill her before the explosion goes off, it can be difficult to pull off. So it almost always kills characters who have poor range and or a lack of movement abilities. I don't get mad though, because if there has to be a woman who will vaporize me, this version of Scarlet Witch is more than welcome. Finally, there's Luna Snow. She's just got some absurd abilities that make her really difficult to kill. Specifically, her freeze and ultimate. Most characters just cannot do enough damage to kill through her ult, so it's one of the best in the game. Her freeze is a close range stun with a generous hitbox that immobilizes targets. When you blend all of that together on top of her high damage output, and she's the strongest hero in the game. If this kind of balance continues going forward, I'm a little nervous about the game's longevity and its competitive aspect. Despite the minor critiques I have for this game, like seriously, why do you need to equip the matching skin to use certain MVP animations? Just let people use any skin with any animation. Stupid. Still, I'm really loving it so far. And to answer the question everyone keeps asking, no, I don't think this game is the Overwatch killer. At least, not right now. I mean, come on, it doesn't even have a proper play of the game. Besides, Overwatch has fallen so far from grace, it's difficult to even call it the same name. Marvel Rivals doesn't need to do anything for Overwatch to die. It's already killing itself. Thank you for watching. I'm definitely going to make more videos on Marvel Rivals going forward, and hopefully just more videos in general. Remember to subscribe and hit the bell. And on that note, have a wonderful day. Why does he have Reaper ult on cooldown? Oh, this game is cooked.